talking about the political age that was going through during the late 19th century, early 20th century, the major movement that was going on during this period was the first wave of feminism. So, feminism actually started off from the Gilded Age onwards. And this first wave of feminism, it focused on legal rights like having the right to vote, having the right to own property, which earlier women were not entitled to. So that was the first wave of feminism. And it was from these times onwards that feminism, as a social, political, and economic movement, really covered a lot of ground. We were at the threshold of momentous changes which were for the good, especially when it came to women, because women were really considered physical property. They were considered as objects. They were not considered subjects. They were not considered even smart enough to have agency over their own lives. So we start off with the first wave of feminism, the suffrage movement. Then from here onwards, we went on to expand to the second wave of feminism, which was about social equality and sexual liberation. And the third wave of feminism was addressing individuality, diversity, and intersectionality. And right now, we are living in these times. We are living through the fourth wave of feminism, which is characterized by digital activism and movements like hashtag Me Too. So, if we really see this Gilded Age, I mean, we get it. It was about industrialists, it was about workers being oppressed, but it was also about a lot of positive changes. Yeah, so this period was really a mixed bag.
I was thinking about it in terms of the Gilded Age and these privileged young women being forced into these marriages, either here in the States or overseas, because they're pawns for business and for, again, titles. But you feel bad for them poor little rich girls. And so it's like, well, would you rather be trapped in this gilded cage, or would you rather be the other end of the spectrum where if there were the haves and the have-nots. If you were one of the have-nots, you were likely a farm worker, some kind of factory worker,
Service
or you were
worker.
a servant and you literally worked all the time.
Yeah.
It just depended. It's like, what kind of chains do you want? But then again, if you did marry into money and you were lucky enough to survive childbirth, if you were lucky to survive your husband if he passed, or if you got divorced and you ended up with money, then you had it good. But you'd have to take that chance. But yes, they were pawns for their family's ambitions.